worst time of the year.
It is a tough time of year. We get a ton of wind, especially when storms just miss us. So not only do we get the indignity of the storm deciding not to come in, but we get the wind along with it. Here's a look at some of those gusts. Fort Stanton tonight, they had one earlier at 67 miles an hour. Ruidoso at 56, Gallup over 50 miles an hour. Los Alamos and at the Sunport, we were in the 45-mile-an-hour range for those gusts. Very windy day. Now things starting to back off a bit as far as the winds go, thankfully, but they're still up, at least to some degree. West winds at 18 miles an hour. We're at 60 degrees here in the city. Across the north, temperatures in the 40s and 50s, some 60s out to the east and down to the south. Mainly dealing with the 60s tonight, although Alamogordo a little warmer at 73 degrees there. Here's a look at the wind gusts as they sit right now across the state. Ruidoso still looking at wind gusts at 39 miles an hour, 36 in Las Vegas, 29 in Santa Fe and Grants, and 31 up in Raton. The good news is throughout the night, the winds will back off as a storm system helping to cause this lifts its way to our north and to our east. So behind this thing, we will see a new impact from this system, and that is cooler air in place for tomorrow. So we'll call it breezy tonight as the winds continue to come down. System lifts its way out. Back behind it will drive a little cool air in here. Temperatures will knock off by about 10 degrees tomorrow over what we had today, but we won't have the wind. So overall, it's going to be a very nice day tomorrow. And then temperatures continue to move their way up on Friday and even into Saturday. Now, beyond Saturday, we've got a pretty good looking storm system headed in our direction, and that does show some promise, and we'll go through that in your 7-day forecast here in a minute. But a big issue today where we had a couple of little fires outside Los Lunas. You know, we do have some fire danger really starting to ramp up here. So here's what's going on. We thought we'd go through what happens here with fire danger and the way it moves over the next few months. If you remember back over the winter and early spring, we had good precipitation here, well above average, and that led to a nice green up as we worked our way into spring. Now, this is mainly over the plains and areas that are in those flatter areas of the state. And the problem is that once you dry these areas out, they can end up being fire danger areas very quickly, and that's the fire zone we're in right now. So for the next month or so, we're looking at this area to be the biggest danger. Areas like east central areas of the state and even around the Bosque areas will be a probability for real concern here for fire danger. Now, heading into May, that starts to change because as we get into the high mountain communities, we take that snowpack and reduce it significantly through the spring months here. And then the real fire concern moves from the plains up into the mountains because as we dry out the dry timber, that becomes a huge concern. And those big forest fires in the mountains are a big deal. And we thought we'd show you some numbers here. Now, I know this looks like a periodic table, but it isn't actually. What it is the middle of March, March 15th, all the way until today's date. These are the temperatures and how much above average our highs have been each day. There's only been 2 days here we've been below average temperature-wise. So this tells you one thing. We are drying out very, very quickly. And not only are we drying out very quickly, but look at what's happened to our precipitation. January was good. February was good. March, not so much. April, we haven't seen much. So we are drying out and we are warming up very quickly. We need to turn this around or we're going to see some seriously high fire danger. The good news? Starting this weekend, lasting through next week, this is the long-range outlook for precipitation over the next 7 to 14 days, and it is at least promising in that respect, and we're also looking at the possibility of below-average temperatures. So there's hope, but remember, we're in a tight spot right now, especially with fire danger across the plains, and now you know why. 57 Durango, 55 Pagosa Springs, and 58 in Alamosa. Plenty of sunshine on the way the next couple of days, more clouds as we head toward the weekend. You guys in the northwest aren't going to see as much action storm-wise over the weekend, but you will see more clouds with temperatures in the 70s. Notice across the southwest, this is where we start to get into the mix because that storm system is going to come off the Pacific coast, and right now the track is pushing it towards southern New Mexico, and it does include the Roswell area. We got a shot at showers Saturday. Could see them through the weekend and into the beginning of next week. Looks good tomorrow across the northeast, but the shot at storm starts to ramp up Sunday into Monday. Over the northern mountains, a cold start into the 20s tomorrow morning, then eventually into the 50s. Friday looks good, but then more clouds by Sunday. Shot at showers Sunday into Monday. 62 Edgewood, 62 into Harris tomorrow, and 61 in Mountain Air. Plenty of sunshine. And here into the metro area, cool starts. Temperatures starting in the 30s, eventually back into the 60s, but still 10 degrees cooler than today. And the shot at showers ramps up late on Sunday here in the Albuquerque metro area and lasts into Monday. That would be huge, you guys, if we get a decent storm in here. And the model's starting to trend in that direction. We'll have more on it tomorrow as well.
Very nice to see you, Mark. Thank you.